What's going on, everybody? Today we're going to be going over bait casting, how to practice. You're just getting into it. You have a brand new bait caster you just bought, like the Black Max combo we just talked about, and you want to know how to cast it. You got it lined, you got it rigged up. Now, how do you cast it? How do you get into the motion of it? Well, I'm here to say you need to take it a little easy when you first start. When I first started, I had no idea. I was coming off of fishing at a saltwater pier for so long that I had 50-pound mono on it. I had no idea what it was rated for, which I use roughly 10 to 12-pound mono and or fluoro at all times now. But that's not the point here. How do you cast it? Let's get into it. I'm gonna show you the easiest way possible for you to practice in your backyard, so when you get out there, you don't backlash or screw up any. Alright guys, so let's get into it here. The best way possible for you to learn is with buckets. You're asking why? Why buckets? What does that got to do with anything? So, at least here in Florida, we have so many pads around, and that's not to say that, other places don't have lily pads or anything like that, but at least here, with these pads, you're going to be flipping or pitching or anything like that more often than not. Everyone knows how to overhand cast or anything like that. That's just a simple motion of clicking it or flipping your bail and over. But when you're first starting out, you really don't want to have a whole lot of motion because you don't want to backlash. I backlashed so much when I was first starting out, and it was bad. So once you get your bait caster right, you want to tighten the knob down. You want to tighten that all the way down to where when you go to press that button, it hardly moves. Mine moves, yes. That's because I got it loosened. But if you tighten that sucker, oh, wrong way. Don't go that way, it'll go way too fast. Oh, I have a visitor. You want to see the visitor? Come back, kitty. Look at it. I hope I don't catch him. That'd be a terrible catfish, huh? Anyways, so when you press that button after you tighten it forward on the Black Max, you want to go forward. When you click it, it doesn't move. That's what you're going to want when you first start out, because if it goes way too fast, it'll backlash, You want to set your dial over here all the way to max. That's what's going to help hold everything still, so when you cast or pitch or flip, anything like that, it's not going to backlash on you. So, for me, once you get started with it, you can hit that button and just loosen it up just a little bit after you get comfortable, and you wait for it to fall, like so. And once it hits the ground, leave it alone, alright? Because once it hits the ground, I can take my finger completely off of that spool. Oh, still a little slow. Anyways, take your finger completely off that spool. No backlash. It will not backlash on you, and that's what you're going to want. So after you get comfortable with casting a couple times, you won't have to worry about it. You can loosen it up, and as soon as it hits the ground, if it doesn't spool out, you got it just right for you. So, how to start? Well, let me adjust it to my speed here. Alright. First starting out, you're going to want to cast over or sideways or anything like that. But for here anyways, for this sake, we're going to be pitching it or flipping it or anything like that because we want it to go in these buckets. And essentially what this is teaching you is that you can get it up to where you want it to be. You don't want to flip it, like let's just say beyond each bucket is a layer of thick matted grass, and for this sake we have an open hook. You don't want it in that. If you were punching, you know, or anything like that, or actually going in there, you wouldn't have an exposed hook, because exposed hook, let's just get it fair here, is not going to be good. You're just going to pull up weeds and everything else with it. It's going to get hung a lot. You're going to scare the fish out. It's not good. So once you get adjusted, come into the backyard with your buckets. I'm going to hit that button and just hold it. You know, don't hook yourself. For the love of God, please don't do that. And just try and map out where you want it to go, you know? And this is how, once I figured out what I was doing, I learned. Because you could see a fish right up next to you under a bush, which I have done. I have seen a fish that somebody missed. I was on the back of the boat, so he had first opportunity, I had second. He missed it, I cast it straight to the lily pad, I seen it, and he wasn't even a foot away from the boat, and he still bit it, and I got it. So you want to come out here and just practice like where you're going to throw it. Like, I want that mop bucket. Figure out how long it's going to take you, or how long you're going to let it cast out before you hit that spot. But that's all you have to do. You know, you really got to get into it, come out here whenever you have time, and really just focus on like the bucket. Like, you ever went to go shoot basketball or anything like that? It's kind of like that in a way, not the same, but you have to image the bait going into that spot and actually doing it over and over before you can actually get it into that spot, you know? And you can still do it overhand casting, which I can't do. I'm under a tree. I don't want to catch a squirrel. But you can still do it. I'm not in a good spot. I can't really show you. But you can still do it overhanded or sideways. You just got to image it going in. And, you know, and unlike saltwater, you don't need to just wing that sucker to get it out as far as you can get it. Because a lot of the times, you're going to be close to the structure, you're going to be close to the bank. You know, you're going to be close to everything, so you don't really need to cast all that far unless you're out on a lake or a pond, whatever, and you're actually in the water and you're parallel to a bank. That's the only time you're going to want to make a straight shot down the side so you can retrieve it and get a fish to come out of the bushes. That's the only time you're really going to need to do that. Or if, hell, I don't even know if you're going to be working open water like that. I guess you could, but a lot of times when you're in open water, you're looking at a graph. But anyways, that's the whole point of today's video. Get out there and get some buckets. That is the best way. Alrighty guys, I really hope I helped y'all out today in showing you exactly how you can get out there in your yard and practice before you're out on the water. You know, when you're out there, you really don't want to be making mistakes. You know, it just spells for a bad day. Could you imagine getting out on the water, or you go out to your pond or wherever it is you go, and you go to cast it, and then boom, backlash. Now you're stuck there for 5 minutes trying to untangle this line, cutting the line because it's too far unraveled. I've already done that. I have messed up already. I'm trying to help you so you don't. So until the next time, guys, have a blessed day, and I hope I helped y'all. Have a good one. Simba, get. What are you doing today? Trying to be a catfish. I don't know why he likes to hang out here. It is dark and it's shaded. He's out here all the time sleeping. Who's that big boy? Who's that big boy?